Clown fame, mud disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play.
Welcome back, guys. Me dropping another banger. We gonna get into the rent prices and why y'all stressing everybody out every month, raising them, being high, and causing a lot of stress and depression and aggravation and tears and evictions. No. Echo. Stop. Sorry about that. So let's get into it. Without further ado, we're going to jump right into these videos. Let's go.
Hear me out, right? The way that y'all fought for TikTok, right? Bring back TikTok, bring back TikTok. And I get it, right? Entertainment brings the people together, awareness, whatever. But the way that y'all fought for TikTok, keep that same energy and fight for rent control. There is absolutely no reason why in this economy gas is at $3 a gallon. Car payments are at an all-time high with like 27.99% APR. Eggs are $8 for a dozen, and that's not even organic. And rent is ridiculous. How can we afford our lives right now? Said it before, I'll say it again. Bring back rent control. This is literally an epidemic.
There's one girl and
I told myself
I don't care.
Have landlords lost their minds? My roommate moved out a few months ago, so I currently live in a 2-bed, 2-bath by myself. And the price that I am paying for rent for a 2-bed, 2-bath with 2 parking spaces is the same amount of money I would be paying for a studio in Los Angeles, California. I feel like our whole perspective is warped because I hear people talking about, oh, I found a studio for $2,000, what a good deal. I just can't even process what is happening with rent costs in LA and also around the whole country. How is anybody affording rent? How?
Hey, I know I seen a 2-bedroom for $2,700 at some apartments, and I said, who makes that times 3? 3 times the rent. Right now, it's just like grab a tent. Because that's what they want. Like, what are people doing and they got kids and stuff? Man, you got to trust in God. Like, that's the only thing you can do. Just get on your knees and pray a good prayer and say, Lord, help me, because I just can't. I can't. Like, I keep trying and I keep trying and I keep trying to fight it and I keep trying to make it. And I grab another job. I'm tired every day. I wake up and I don't want to go to work, but I go to work. And I deal with crap while I'm at work. And I got to pay these bills. And they sending me a letter saying they increasing it by $200. I watched my mom rent go from 12 to 14 to 16 and like 19. I was like, Mom, oh my God, you just in a 2-bedroom. Same place. Not talking about she moved place to place. I'm talking about the same place within like a 3-year span. In the end, I think my mother will be living with me when it all comes to an end. And maybe she's not working anymore. Because what's she supposed to do when she do retire? Is her retirement check going to be enough to cover that? I don't even know. If it's not, I'm going to have to say, Mom, come on to the house because you can't be outside. Rent is crazy. And y'all doing that to people on Social Security, fixed income. Like, where do y'all want us to live? Just tell me you want me to live in the woods. And if that's the case, why send the police when I have a tent set up in the woods? I have nowhere to go. Y'all will send the cops and kick somebody out the woods and say, hey, you can't be camping on the woods. The woods is government property. But okay, if they can't find anywhere to go, where are they supposed to go? You got to practice a lot of breathing exercises in this day and age. Let's get into the next video.
Have landlords lost their mind?
I keep seeing these videos about people aren't getting paid enough to afford rent, and I just have one thing to say. It makes no fucking sense that the wage to rent ratio does not match. And I live in Florida. Florida is very expensive. The rent here is insane. Like, I live in a 4x4 apartment, and each of us pay over $1,000. Like, that's fucking ridiculous. That is $4,000. Like, I don't know if I don't know about economics, if we're all just getting fucked, but I do not understand how people are affording to live right now. And I know this is a big crisis that everyone's talking about, but the reason that I say this is because people think when they get out of college and they get their first job that they can just go live on their own and be financially stable. Absolutely fucking not. If you are not making at least 1/3 of your rent, you should not have that apartment. You should not be moving out, because people do not realize how expensive shit is. How much stuff you have to buy besides just rent and utilities. You got your car insurance, your phone bill, your food, your credit card bill, your fucking gas. And I'm no fucking financial advisor, but the wages should match the rent in that area. And don't get me wrong, like, my girlfriend lives in like a cheap area where like her rent is like less than $1,000 a month for a 1x1. So yeah, the wages might be like, you know, a little shittier. Florida, none of the wages are increasing in Florida, but the rent is fucking through the roof. Like, they raised mine $300. Bitch, I already pay $1,000 to live with 3 rugrats, 3 strangers that I don't know. I'm not paying $1,300 for 3 roommates. Like, you got me fucked up. The rent prices piss me off, because why in the fuck are you charging that much for an apartment? These landlords are eating you up, spitting you out, really sucking on your dick hard too, because they are getting so paid. They're making so much money off of you.
Facts. She said a lot. They get... I keep telling y'all, we headed to the greatest depression you ever seen. 4 people living together paying $1,000 each. And somebody signed the application? I don't think I would have did that. And we got to start getting to the point where we don't mind living with somebody else. I tell you, all that by myself stuff, shoot, ask somebody who's single and they the main income in the house and they by themselves. It's hard. Got a group, put 2 checks together just to make it. Keep them bills low. Keep them prayers high. Like, people can't even do the basics. Your living situation is the basics. We go to work every day. We get up. We pay taxes. We just want to live. Why does it have to be so much stress just to live? Why won't y'all raise our wages to a living wage? It's almost like you betting on me to crash. Betting on me to fall. You want me to fall? Kind of hater. You're a hater. The government is a hater. The system is a hater. The landlords is a hater. Like, you want me to fall? And then half the stuff we pay for ain't even worth the price we pay for it. I remember watching a documentary about a man that worked at Disneyland, and you know how Disneyland charge all that money, and what he was making, like $10 an hour or something, living in a hotel with his wife and his kids. But I know it's some cheaper apartments out there. You just pick some. Was it bougie for $4,000 a month? I don't want to say it's bougie, and then, you know, today's prices, it's not. Just got to work 2 or 3 jobs with roommates to afford it. Ain't that something? I know, it didn't sound right coming out of my mouth. It sounded really crazy. You got to work 2 or 3 jobs and have roommates just to afford it. We're in a new age. Some people are getting up and just jumping on a plane and finding citizenship somewhere else because they just tired of it. Rent is ridiculous. Literally. So You know how apartments is up in New York. It's insane. But she got to find somewhere else to go, because that ain't it. You could live somewhere else way cheaper than that. There's no way you telling me that you didn't pick some bougie place to live for $4,000. So they want $12,000 to qualify. If you're making six figures now, it feels like it's nothing. Y'all let me know down in the comment, what's the prices in y'all area? You don't have to tell me your personal business if you don't like. If you do, you don't care, just drop it in the comments. But I really want to know, like, in what area is y'all rent? Because that's crazy. It just sucks all around because there's no reason prices should be this high. Let's see. Next video.
I keep seeing these.
I don't care if you're rich or you're poor. I don't care if you have 5 kids or no kids. I don't care how you vote. I don't care where you live. You should be able to at least admit that the prices right now are insane. You should be able to admit that going to the grocery store right now is depressing. You should be able to admit that a rent is insane. Buying a home right now, prices are insane. You should be able to admit that. It shouldn't matter your current state in life. It shouldn't matter how you vote. You should be able to just admit, you know what? It sucks that right now to buy a decent 12-pack of toilet paper that doesn't scrape my ass when I wipe cost $16. You should be able to admit that buying a gallon of milk cost almost $4, and then that sucks. That's not ideal. These aren't crazy thoughts that people have. These aren't just thoughts that people have that are in debt up to their eyeballs, that are struggling. These aren't thoughts because then don't have kids. Anyone. It doesn't matter who you are, or how many kids you have, or how much money you make, or where you live, or how you vote. You should be able to admit that the prices right now aren't fair and that something should change. And if you can't admit that, then you're the problem. And for anyone that's like, quit bitching, no one cares, you might as well block me, because I'm not going to quit bitching, and clearly some people care because a lot of people follow me. So bye.
Facts, lady. I'm trying to tell you, the prices ain't fair. I done given up getting my nails done. I'll do my own makeup, my own hair, frivolous shopping, cut down to eating out, cut down to one subscription a month. Anything that's not needed, I have tried to take the scissors and cut it out of my life. If you don't need it, don't get it. It's like, it feel like we working towards. It's feel like we. I'm sorry, y'all. My bad. I feel like we working towards nothing.
I would never cry on the internet because I think that's so lame. But I just got our rent renewal thing for our apartment complex.
But on that note, let me know what y'all think about these crazy rent prices getting out of control. Like, comment, subscribe. Like the video. You helping other people. You help the channel out. People get to see this, discuss this, and they get to see that they're not the only one that's suffering. This is a community thing at this point. A lot of people going through stuff, and we just try to lift each other up, give each other tips, ideas on what we can do. That's what we do down in the comments. Share experiences. That's what we do down in the comment. Vent. That's what we do down in the comments. So thank you for watching, and thank you for joining the conversation. I'm out.